In an effort to resuscitate the rotting corpse I used to call my YouTube career, I resorted to drastic measures and figured I was left with a difficult choice. Either max out with video production and quality, or shut out and tell people how they're supposed to be eating cinnamon rolls on TikTok.
That is not the correct way to eat a cinnamon roll!
I suppose I can give my pursuit of clout from chasing labels and attempting to make the sickest bangers possible a break, and side quest every couple of weeks in order to provide some entertainment and hopefully deliver the most authentic experience I could muster.
More of these? Is that all you think about?
And that experience is none other than Bobber Vlog. Now, this is nothing new to YouTube or even the music production side of things, but I spent an ungodly amount of time brainstorming what I needed from the channel and what I felt today's production audience is currently consuming, aka ADHD, schizo video. The biggest setback of this whole shebang was figuring out what I could make consistently without having the pressure of making a killer banger every video.
Same shit, different day!
Instead, opted for something that could feel rewarding by watching the entire thing. And in this way, I can just have fun actually doing the thing and stumble through the process while not driving my mental health so far into the ground I saw Midra's mansion at the bottom of the abyss. Plus, I can always cop out with turning this completely into something unhinged if I just can't figure out an idea, which happens realistically. Either way, we're in for a good time. Let's explain the rules. Oh, but before we make the ship set sail, please check out my main channel if you actually want to learn production. I've been on the platform for almost a decade and have also reformed how I deliver tutorials. For the most part, with a little intuition, you should be able to get the gist of what I'm doing, even if you don't have the same tools or software, and every video should be around 10 minutes or less. Binge on, because be so fucking for real, dude. If you're watching me, you're not making tunes. On to the rules. First off, the minimum requirement is a drop, 16 to 32 bars. Anything after that is bonus. I'm giving myself plenty of time to cook because you cannot rush perfection. So I've got 2 hours for sound design and 2 hours for putting together the idea. And if by the end it's just not working, I'll hit the panic button and destroy this project into oblivion with transmogrifying my hard use time into a joke representing the meaning of my life tucked behind thousands of hours harnessing a skill that no one cares about.
My God! Okay, it's happening!
Yeah. No splice. I make my own shit here. However, I do have a huge list of my own samples and presets that I don't mind using. You can use them too if you want them at alckemy.com. Absolutely no AI. I'm human. That's probably why you're watching me. And at the end, I'd love for you to tell me what you think about this for fun and tell me why.
Are you ready?
We're going to start this party by reluctantly honoring my minion's request of the halftime genre at 75 BPM or 150, whichever you prefer. They're pretty much the same thing. Now, something you should know about halftime is that's my main genre. I want to take a second to explain this to you, rather, because it's not what you hear at a Super Bowl. It's also not that stupid, wonky, slow glitch hop. And I am a stickler for this shit because most producers don't even know what the difference is, especially if you were born here. Halftime music is coastal beats, east and west, traditionally mixed with drum and bass sounds. Now mostly just modern, aggressive, and distorted 808s and such. There's also sick deviations of this that some may refer to as future beats, or if you're familiar with the likes of Golden Child and Robu, pocket beats featuring insane rubato and groovy rhythms that break the boundaries of traditional beat making. Sorry, dude, but your bitch-ass trap hi-hats are out of style, and you're gonna need some originality to step in this court.
He like a hi-hat guy coming.
With your Payless-ass sneakers. Drums! First, I needed a kick, and I chose Mesh. I'm used to working in Faceplant or Bitwig plugins, but I've beaten that horse more than Chris Brown beats his girlfriends, and I'm not really about abusive relationships other than making choices that are self-destructive at no one else's expense. Like what, you say? How about listening to this a billion times? After losing my fucking mind, we finally found one that I eventually gave up on and decided to transition into snares. The snare was a little finicky as I also went for mesh and split my layers like I split your girl's legs. Just kidding, I'm a beat maker, not a Chad. Getting the noise just right with the filters did take a little bit of time. And having said all that trash talk, I was ready for some clean and crispy hats, to which I pulled a rack up, not to be confused with the country Iraq, and then I ran with it. Get it?
You need to just stop.
Right then. At this point, I usually start with a groove, and after about 15 minutes, I catalyze the pattern that set the mood for the track. And now I just had to get over the big problem. what was going to go over this. I really like that. Oh, not too bad. And that's all she wrote. Working from here, I was able to do some fun stuff like resample using Beam, reverb, my kitchen sink, so to speak, and get some nice layers like this. Now I needed a bass, and for the majority of time with the project, I probably spent the most making basses and variations. I opted for a few neuro sounds, both to which I pulled presets from paper trails and some from scratch, but they needed to fit the broody vibe that I was going for. I did stumble upon this sound by accident, which definitely had to go in there somewhere. Generally, when I have the core idea, I begin to do what I like to call elaboration, where I make finer details to the riff and make everything not so stagnant. Keep in mind, the mix of this, even the final product, is rough. I don't even think that I'm sidechaining, but there's an appreciation for a concept that's just raw instead of only experiencing the final polished version. Don't skip that blow pop and go straight for the gum. You're missing out on the sauce. I did start working on a bridge, to which I'm still open-minded about. I'll go ahead and play it even though it's not in the demo. And I made a cool saw synth to solo over, as this track was inspired by a vector piece called Seasons. It's dope and I highly recommend you listen for more entertainment. After that, slapping together a basic bitch intro, I got this. And that is a 75 BPM halftime track. Personally, I think it's alright for the first go. I could definitely do better, but all things considered and getting this whole thing off the ground, I'm pretty satisfied with jumping this series off, starting with a bang. Grr. If you like this video, it would help a ton, as this is a feeler on whether or not I should stick with this as a format or do something different. I know that I didn't really teach much, but again, you can check out my actual tutorial channel over at Alckemy for dedicated teachings, masterclasses. That's where I do the live streams, etc. And if you just want access to my sounds, they're available at alckemy.com. Oh, and my music is here on this channel, or check out my latest single, Sludge, on Saturate Records. Options. So, tell me, was this a bop or was this a flop? Tell me why in the comment sections, and thank you so much for watching.